Hey guys, it's Pete from Flochat. So in this video, we're going to show you how to connect your StealthSeminar to Flochat in literally 4 simple steps. So let's hop over into the actual dashboard and show you how we put this flow together. Okay, so now we're inside of the dashboard. Once you've downloaded the template and installed the app via the mini app store, okay, all you need to do then is that this will already be created for you. So let's just take a look inside of each one of these really small nodes. All right, so inside of the first one then, this is where you're going to get the registration information. So this is inside the actions, and when you come inside the actions, you'll see integrations. You scroll down to the bottom, and then you will see the StealthSeminar app. All right, so let's go into the get registration information. Okay, so it's really straightforward. So at the top here, then, this is where you're going to insert your webinar ID, or also known as the short ID. And with this integration, you can add multiple different types of webinars. So if you're running 1 or even 10 different types of webinar, okay, you can set up individual flows for each one of those webinars if you wish. Okay, so this is where you can insert your 6-digit webinar ID or the short ID at the top here. All right then, so coming down into the response mapping. So what does this mean first? Basically, this is information that the chatbot is pulling back from your webinar data itself. So you'll see here that it's going to automatically pull in the redirect URL. So if you're sending people to a thank you page or wherever it may be, that will be stored underneath this custom field, which is the redirect URL. And if we come here to this one, this is the webinar dates and times. So we're storing this inside of a thing called a JSON array. If you didn't know, basically that's lots of information squeezed into one custom field. Okay, and this will allow us then to display the users or the webinar times and dates that they can actually book. So let's just click on save and we'll go to the next module. Okay, so inside of the send message one then, okay, you can go ahead and edit this to however you like. And we've just got in here, select the time and date below. Okay, you can be more personalized if you wish. You can write it out more. You could explain the webinar or whatever it may be. All right, so you'll see a key difference here then is that we're using one of the dynamic replies here. Okay, this is pre-built for you, so you don't really have to modify this. So if we come into this actual field itself and just click on there, you will see a new window open. Okay, so we're using the information that we've brought back from your StealthSeminar account, okay, inside this custom field, okay, and this is the title here. So it's basically the webinar title, all right, and here then is the value, which is basically the times, okay, time and dates, all right, and here then we're going to save that to a custom field because we need that in the next node. Okay, and here then you can limit it to however you want to. So if you only have 3 or 4 times that users can select, then you can just select 4 or just leave it on 10 if you're not too sure. All right, and then what happens when the user presses a button? Basically goes to the next step. So let's go ahead and click on to save. Okay, so we can come out of this. All right, so in here then is the registers the attendee. All right. So we click open on this action here. Okay, so what's happening inside of here then? So here again, you're going to have to insert your webinar ID or your short ID. And then from here then, it's the webinar date and time select. So basically, we're just reusing the custom field that we've used in the previous node, as we just shown you there. Here then we're going to collect the email. This is to register the user and also their name. Okay, and then in the response mapping then, basically the information we're getting back is the webinar response data. So there's tons of data in there. It could be, you know, images or whatever you've got inside of your actual seminar itself. All right, and then we click on save. Okay, and then we simply just come across into the last one here, which is the basically thank you confirmation. So that's you now registered, Pete. Okay, here's your webinar details, and we're using the last text input. So basically that's displaying the actual time that they've selected. Okay, and that's pretty much it. So if I go in and I simply just publish this, okay, what we're going to do is we're just going to preview the flow. Okay, so now we're just going to preview in the pop-up here. Okay, you can go ahead and preview inside of WhatsApp, Facebook, or wherever you need to. Okay, so let's just wait for the information to come through. Okay, so now the information. So these dates and times then, these are being pulled straight from your StealthSeminar database. Okay, so here then we can go ahead and select, Monday the 22nd or Monday the 23rd or, Wednesday the 24th. Depends how you have your schedule set up. So we're just going to go for Wednesday, 24th of May. So let's go ahead and select on that. And then it will take us to the thank you confirmation. Okay, so as you see there, that's you registered now flow. Okay, that's just my name on my chatbot. Okay, so here's the webinar details, Wednesday, 24th of May, 8 p.m. And then when you go into your StealthSeminar dashboard, you'll see the actual attendee being registered within inside of that. So you can go ahead and let's just close this down. So you can go ahead and modify the entire flow to your heart's content. You can obviously modify the thank you confirmation. You can go ahead and fire out an email, an SMS, or whatever it may be that you want to actually do with inside of that. And also now you're thinking, hey, how can I send information of if they've left the webinar early, if they didn't attend and things like that. So you can go ahead and use the inbound webhooks that we have inside of the tools area. And then basically you just use that URL and you put that inside of your StealthSeminar settings where it says basically underneath the plugins is where it says webhooks. You're going to put that webhook URL there, and basically that's going to pull in all the information for you, so you can set up flows for people who left early, people who didn't attend, and everything else like that. So that's basically how you can start connecting your StealthSeminar registrations or your attendee flows, okay, inside of Flowchat. We'll see you in the next video.